Let's jump into the MLB though, because we have some IL updates. The Rays, Nick Anderson, he's headed to the IL, and man, their pitching troubles just continue.
9 Rays pitchers are on the IL. That is alarming.
That it's tough to get the wins. It's tough to have the season that you were hoping to have when the guy on the mound is continually finding himself on the IL. And then the Giants, they designated Hunter Pence for assignment. Now he's getting up there in age a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't have to stay in assignment for too long and he's on his way back.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This really could be the end for Hunter Pence. He's a World Series champion, All Star a few times. Really good player over his career. Not a Hall of Famer, but very good player, and definitely a player that was in the majors for a lot of my lifetime. It'll certainly be weird to watch Major League Baseball without a Hunter Pence in there.
I agree. That name is very familiar with me when watching baseball over the past few years. And another team in the NL West that has gotten a lot of or quite the hot start recently is the San Diego Padres. 5 of the past 6 games they have hit grand slams, Brett.
The Slam Diego Padres, but the Texas Sweep Padres, I mean, they are just on fire.
I'd say it all stems from Fernando Tatis Jr. hitting that grand slam on Monday and people telling him to apologize for breaking an unwritten rule in baseball. You know what? If it's unwritten rules are unnecessary. If the rule was necessary, it would be written down.
I like that. Well, you mentioned the team that they hit that grand slam off of, the Texas Rangers. They have been ice cold since that moment, and I expect that trend to continue. They do have their best pitcher on the mound tomorrow, Lance Lynn. He's got a sub 2 ERA, so he's been really good for them. But I'm gonna ride with Oakland. They're a much hotter team. I mean, obviously they have 20 wins, so double the Texas Rangers win total here. But I'm gonna take Oakland minus 140 on the money line against Texas tomorrow. I expect that cold streak to continue, and I don't know. Maybe their manager should focus more on winning than focusing on getting apologies from their opponents.
I like the Oakland play. Minus 140 is a little too steep for me. I'm taking something with slightly better odds. Cincinnati money line minus 135.
Wow, you really saving yourself 5 cents there, man.
I know, it matters. But I love this Cincinnati Reds play mainly because Trevor Bauer on the mound has been absolutely lights out on fire. He's 3-0, has an ERA under 1 at 0.68. His whip is comparable at 0.57, and he's just been playing fantastic. Meanwhile, the Reds and the Brewers, neither team's really lived up to potential. I mean, away on the road, the Reds are 6-8. At home, the Brewers are 2-6.
Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it. Trevor Bauer's been a stud. I gotta think the people in Cleveland, the way Shane Bieber's been pitching, have to be thinking like, "Oh my God, imagine if we had Bauer and Bieber this year." Because a year ago they had him until the Yasiel Puig trade. So uh, those would have been two amazing arms for the Cleveland Indians to have this year, especially with the Plesac and Clevenger thing. So, uh, but yes, Trevor Bauer's been great. So backing him makes a ton of sense. Milwaukee's been up and down all year. You mentioned Cincinnati's been a little up and down, but Bauer's on the mound, so you gotta like your chances.
Real quick, did you see Bauer's last start in Kansas City? He was
Yes.
gonna wear the free Joe Kelly cleats, and apparently Rob Manfred didn't like that and didn't allow him to wear those. And then that was also his first time returning to that stadium since he threw the ball over the center field fence, and he was wearing a shirt that represented that. I thought that was pretty cool.
No, he's a fun, I mean, he's an interesting guy. I don't know if I agree with everything he does, but he certainly keeps baseball fun and baseball needs more people like Bauer. They need Tatis out there being fun, young, entertaining. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of this kid, Kyle Lewis, out in Seattle, who just keeps hitting home runs. So the young wave of baseball players are fun and exciting.
Yeah, and a few other games that I think you should keep an eye on from Monday. I think Houston hosting the Los Angeles Angels will be a fantastic game at night. I think that the Colorado Arizona game should be interesting. And then also, I would say Minnesota Cleveland.
Yeah, Minnesota Cleveland, good pitching matchup there. Aaron Savali versus Kenta Maeda, so that should be a good one. And, you know, Kansas City, St. Louis is going to be interesting. Jack Flaherty makes his second start on the year, so another name to watch on the mound.